everybody, and welcome to the first ever Verse, Chorus, Bridge podcast. On this episode, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the podcast, a little bit about me, then there's going to be a brand new song you've never heard before, and that's going to be about it. So stick around to hear a little more. So, what is the Verse, Chorus, Bridge podcast? Well, it's a podcast where I invite a guest musician on and we talk about our musical histories. Like, we share stories about past gigs, how we started playing and why, and old bands that we used to be in and stuff like that. And the other part of the podcast, the guest that I invite on, we write and record a song together for that podcast. So it could be a song that's written on the day, could be improvised completely and we just write it on the day, or it could be maybe a riff that they've had for years and they never finished it, so we try and work something out like that. Or it could be a song from one of their old bands. So it's not brand new, but it's maybe never been recorded, or it's not been done with me, or maybe we put a new twist on it, something like that. Now, this can be it can be any genre of music. It can be hardcore punk, or jazz, or pop, or whatever. It doesn't matter. It just has to be something that we can record on the podcast, just me and them, and it will be released just for that episode. The only difference is that this week there is no guest, so you're stuck with me. As it's the first episode, I thought we'll do a little bit of history on me, just a small bit, I'm not going to go on, and then we'll do a song that I've done, and then we'll end it there. So I'm mainly a drummer. I can play a little bit of guitar, a little bit of bass, and I can sing a little bit. I got into drumming because of Green Day, really. A friend lent me Warning, of all things. And that was it. I was hooked. I've been playing drums for close to 20 years. I'm mainly a punk drummer, but I can dabble in a few other things as well. That's why this podcast will hopefully work, because as other people come in and play the song, all I have to do in the background is just hit some stuff, and anyone can hit some stuff. I've been playing in bands since I was about 14 or 15, so close to 20 years. And anything else you need to know about me, I'm sure you'll learn about that as I speak to guests. So let's get on to this week's song. I started writing this song, I don't even know how many years ago, but I wrote it on acoustic guitar, but I have not recorded it on acoustic guitar. It's not really the sort of song I would imagine myself writing, as I quite like punk. It's my main sort of thing. This is definitely not punk. So this is, what can happen with the podcast. Any sort of song can happen, and hope you enjoy it, and I'll speak to you after the song. Oh yeah, it's called Discussions About Dinner. So what do you want for dinner?
Whatever you don't mind. What do you want?
Well, what do you fancy?
Don't mind. Whatever. Anything.
Do you want a pizza?
Nah, I don't want pizza.
No. Alright. Well, what about fish and chips or something?
Nah.
Well, what do you want?
Anything.
Anything?
Anything, yeah, whatever.
What, like something spicy?
Nah.
Like fajitas?
Nah.
Well,
What do you want for dinner?
here we go again. Another discussion about dinner, or whether or not we're going to eat well to do our best and get thinner. I ask you what you want, you say, I'll have whatever. But I've heard that line before. This ain't no guaranteed winner. I suggest some usuals, maybe pizza, burger, or fish. You say, nah bruv, I'm sick of eating all that shit. Fajitas, stir fry, or curry, how about something with a bit of kick? To me it makes no difference, just hurry up and pick, just please. Don't mention salad. It's 30 minutes later. She's still fumbling over Google, searching over recipes that are delicious, healthy and frugal. But time is ticking off. Right now, I'd be happy with dry noodles, and if she don't make her mind up soon, the situation could get very feudal. Cause my hunger, it's starting to peak. The colour's starting to leak from my cheek. My knees are weak, my body's feeling the heat. I'm becoming unsteady on my feet, so please, just give me some meat or some weed or something. Just pick what you want for tea, please. Don't mention salad. That was discussions about dinner. That was all done by me, apart from the lovely guest vocals at the start, done by my fiancée Hannah. So thank you, Hannah. I also need to thank my friend Gisby for helping me out with the artwork, Eddie Cooper for everything he did with the intro and outro song, which is wicked, and Shuffle Dave, all his mixing advice and stuff, because I've never really done this. So if it sounds crap, I'm sorry, but I'm still learning. So it'll get better, hopefully. If you'd like to, you can follow the podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and they're all at VCB Podcast. And if you want to support the podcast and me, you can get custom drum tracks recorded for your own songs on my Patreon at VCB Podcast on Patreon as well. And that's it for this episode. So thanks for listening. On the next episode, there'll be a proper guest and there'll be a conversation with them about cool, fun music stuff, hopefully. And then there'll be another brand new song on there for you. So hope to hear you there next time. See you there? Hear you there? I don't know. Bye.